really good. And I think it was 4 deaths for 5 and 1 death for UQ. Unless someone in UQ bought back or something like that, but it was really, really, really strong. Unfortunately, it's pretty much it's probably a bit late, but that was really good. That like finally they're playing strong. If they can do that, if they can get like I don't know 4 more team fights exactly like that, then they have a chance. And then a Kongor, and then like a couple of pushes and stuff like that. But I mean, if they had been playing like that for the whole game, they would have won this game easily. I think. That was really, really strong.
I think that ult after 5 committed, the Valkyrie ult making everybody go invis, and them not having any form of reveal. Glacius, I don't believe, put any wards down or anything. Oh no, actually, no, that was UQ's ward of revelation. Exactly, there was no, detection for Team 5. So when Valk ulted, Defiler had 9 or 11 seconds. Is it? Let me see. 11 seconds to just sit there and have the ghost wail on them. Engineer, I mean, everybody can essentially do what they want for 11 seconds, and especially Defiler, who has that channeling, not channeling, but just the ghosts are wailing on you. It really did what was needed to be done, and we do see Bastard Sword on Slither now. He's probably going to go Assassin Shroud. And there are some action in mid here. Blacksmith kind of getting caught. Tobacco throwing his puzzle box and actually ult from Soul Stealer. Malphus up, the Hellbringer ult, and Valkyrie going ahead and ulting Defiler though, and Dust going off on her. Now's the invis detection. We do see Soul Stealer coming in there very weak. He's going down to an Engineer charged hammer, and Slun picking up a kill. Ultimate going off, although it's not going to be able to pull Corrupt the Disciple off of him, who has huge shrunken head. Blacksmith getting out with barely any HP. Pharaoh, if he can buy back, might be able to pick off Blacksmith with a rocket, but I don't think that's going to happen. Valkyrie hitting an arrow, and Slither barely getting out, but not necessarily the team fight we wanted to see from UQ after that.
No,
can Engineer buy? That's what I got to see.
No.
Oh no! So we're going to see a Rax definitely here, if not 2, for the next 30 seconds. I can't tell if Fortification of Soul is up. I would assume it is not, since they haven't blown it yet, but they also may be saving it for when there's a tower involved, knowing that they're going to lose this Rax anyway. And that's really unfortunate. After seeing UQ come out with such a brilliant defense earlier, I would hate to see them now kind of have a messed up team fight in mid there and just, one Rax, I think they still have a 5% chance of coming back on, maybe less than that, and I think, they probably had a 10% chance before that, but I would really like to see a good defense put up here, and Defiler actually coming in here. It does look as though most people are up. Everybody except Defiler. Purge actually going off on Soul Stealer. Soul Stealer shrunken heading out of it. And yeah, I believe Soul Stealer is just saving up for buybacks now. He's at 4,300. And Corrupted Disciple at 3,500. Let me check Corrupted Disciple's items. I think he may sell Power Supply, but that'd be about it. He's probably just saving for buyout as well. Although buying out, for those of you that don't know, is a lot more expensive nowadays than it used to be. And a 4x multicast on Pharaoh. Defiler's ult going off though. Valkyrie Ice for quite some time. Keg going off. Hellbringer's actually going to get caught. Glacius is getting caught. Corrupt Disciple coming in, but he's going to take a lot of ghost damage here. Engineer's going to be able to do a lot of damage to him off of Charged Hammer, but he's actually going to go down. I was thinking there for a second he might have had it. And it does look as though Slither ult does go off a little late though. Valk going down, Defiler going down, and Pharaoh is the only one up. Slither's up. Valkyrie does look as though she bought back that, or she got out. I thought I saw her go down though. Double damage, Corrupted Disciple doing, yeah, she must have. Doing lots of work. Soul Stealer coming in here on top. I believe 5 was kind of upset at themselves, allowing UQ to put up that sort of defense. So now with the Dust, now with the Words of Revelation, it looks as though they're going to be taking a couple of these Raxes. UQ, oh man, I hate to see them go down like this after such a brilliant defense. I really wanted to see a game 3 from them, but it looks as though 5 is going to go ahead and take this game. And I know they don't want to give up. I know they don't want to forfeit, but there's just not much you can do right now. You don't have buyouts on anybody, and you're down for about 30 to 60 seconds. Portal keying over is Soul Stealer to try and take down this defensive tower really fast. Mr. Barbecue coming out with the thing, and Caution saying he wishes they could have given him a better round. I don't know, Caution. I think you did just fine. They're Team 5. They're huge. Although recently they haven't been in the best of ways, I'm going to go ahead and say that 5 definitely showing up in relatively top form. And Pharaoh coming in trying to do some damage on a disconnected Glacius and dying to just the auto attacks of the carries. So kind of funny at the end there. Wow, that was a crazy game.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it
Talk to
was.
me about it, Colin.
Yeah, okay, so, say the obvious stuff. UQ went for a push strat. Um, 5 answered with a kind of turtle strat, and they didn't outpick them, but like I said, it was an uphill battle for UQ. Because they really had to be aggressive straight out of the gates to stop to cripple this the turtle strat, and they didn't really get to do that in 30 minutes. Like they'd only pushed 3 towers in 30 minutes, and that's with some towers still up, it was very easy for 5 to keep map control, and they could stack creeps, and they could freely farm neutrals and ancient creeps, and corrupted disciple and soul stealer got really buff, and the team fights were they just dished out so much damage. On top of that, the Hellbringer first pick was really strong for 5. Great initiation, great synergy with Soul Reaper, and they executed their team fights a lot better than UQ did. The only really strong team fight that UQ had in that game was where they killed both Soul Stealer, Corrupted Disciple, and Corrupted Disciple had a token as well, and they basically won that team fight. Three of them died in the process, but they pretty much traded kills. And if they had been doing that for the whole game, it would have been a much different, a much different game. But I think they really weren't aggressive enough with the tower pushes, and 5 would really just excel themselves playing the way they did, initiating well and organizing team fights well. And you have the two really strong players. You've Looped and Angry Testy on the carries. They're going to do a very good job farming and managing their time, and that's what they did. And in the end, they just out carried it, and Turtle Strat it will always be the strongest after the 45-minute mark. So when it got to that, it was pretty much over. And you could see that by the way 5 were playing. They were just they were being a bit slack and that. But yeah, it was a good game to watch, and I really liked the team fight where UQ actually won, and there was some good work being done by the UQ and the synergy between the team. So good luck to 5 in the next round of the Invitational. There was 2 good games. I enjoyed watching them, mainly because there was Soul Stealer in both of them. I'm very happy about that. Yeah, and unlucky for UQ for not getting to the next round.